Tuesday afternoon, February the 25th. Ride home with me. Hello, y'all. Yep, so I'm on my way home again. Oh, another 10-hour day in the books. It's a nice, relaxing time for doing a live video. Yep. See my daughter on here yet. I guess she doesn't know I'm on. Any of my regulars here. See if any of my regulars are around. Of course, I can't tell because nobody's chatting, so I don't know if there's, who's here and who's not. Let's see, what's the subject going to be today? Wow. Let's talk about the weather a little bit. The weather's crazy. It's 60 degrees out today. Just a couple of weeks ago we had ice and snow. And then the weekend it started warming up some, so it was like 62 yesterday, and I think when I left the shop it was like 61 or something like that today. So it's a really nice day. It's kind of sunny. Clouds are poofy clouds. Well, I don't know. Kind of got like lines in them or something. Anyway. But the sun's shining bright. It's a beautiful day. And as I said before, you're riding home with me. Hello, y'all. Good to see you. If you have any questions, comments, like my page or like my channel or whatever, you can do that down below. Hit the screen twice. That'll like it. And if you hit the subscribe button, I'm not real keen on, I'm not really worried about numbers, but it's nice to know that, people come on and see my video and stuff. I had 263 viewers in my last video. That's like a big number for me, or at least for my live videos anyway. So I appreciate you guys, whoever it was. I'm sure it was like the one person I have here hanging out with me, but it's probably a lot more people that actually saw that video and took the time to watch or whatever. I guess time duration or whatever it is. So if you guys have any questions or comments, please feel free to put it down below there. Tap the screen twice for like, and subscribe if you like. It's always nice to have subscribers. Of course, I'm not, like I said, I'm not real big on, trying to get a lot of numbers. I'm not really in this for the money. I just want to see if I'm getting out there, and this is a good way to do it. So it's about 20 minutes from, well, I don't know, it's about 23 miles, the way I'm going today, it'll take me about 35 minutes to get home, so you guys can sit around and hear me talk for 35 minutes about absolutely nothing, I think. I don't know. I might find something to talk about. Somebody wants to bring up a topic. Let's talk about, I don't know, let's say, well, we've already talked about the weather, because that was one of the things that I wanted to talk about today. Now, being in Missouri, the flyover country, if you want to know how the weather is going to be in Missouri, you just have to wait 5 minutes and see. So that's what we do around here. Anyway, we had some snow on the ground a couple of weeks ago. It's been real nice, the last few days at least anyway. It's been bearable. More bearable, though, so than it was when, all the snow was on the ground and temperatures were cold. I'm actually walking around in a t-shirt, just a t-shirt and a flannel thermal shirt today. Started off the morning with my hoodie. It was like 43 degrees this morning, something like that. And it progressively got warmer as the day went by. So I think we're at like 60-something degrees today. Seems to be a lot more people out today. The traffic's a little heavier than usual. But that happens. When it's a nice day, people want to get out of the house and do stuff. I imagine there's been a lot of people having cabin fever lately. People get cabin fever when they don't go out for long periods of time, so they want to make sure that when they have a chance to get out and do things, that they can't do when it's really cold and bitter, they do it, But it's nice to see, that people are out and about. It's good for businesses. It's good for the economy. People are buying fuel and things like that, putting miles on their cars. And, I got 30 viewers right now. That's amazing. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. That's awesome. Anyway, as I said before, if you guys want to like my page or my channel, just hit the screen twice, or you can find the subscribe button and just subscribe. That'd be fine with me. I'd really appreciate it. So, like I said, it's about a 25, 30-minute drive, something like that home. So I think I might start doing this maybe 2 or 3 days a week, or 4, just depending on what day it is and which way I go. It's kind of a nice little drive here to get home from where I'm at. And I work in a town called O'Fallon, Missouri, and it's about 23 miles from where I live. I live over by St. Louis. Not sure how many people I have on here from Missouri, but that's where I'm at. So I'm headed towards St. Louis right now. I'm going east on Highway 364. I'm headed that way. It's a nice little drive. There's quite a bit to see. I'm really waiting for the spring. It's going to be really nice this spring. With the leaves and everything, and all the greenery again. It's kind of like brown right now, but it'll get better as the season rolls on and we get into spring, I'm sure. And that's what I'm looking forward to. Get back to some of the spring activities, whether it's riding a motorcycle or just spending time outside. I don't like wintertime. I never really have. I'm not a real big cold person, but I'm from North Carolina originally, and it's a different kind of cold here. It's more of like a bone-chilling cold, a lot of moisture in the air because I live between 2 rivers. I've got the Missouri River on one side of me, and then I've got the Mississippi River on the other side. And so we're kind of like on an island in between the two. So we get a lot of that moisture and stuff, from those rivers in the air. And I cross the river twice a day, the Missouri River. In the mornings I use Interstate 70 to go to work, and then on the way home, because 70 is such a bad, so bad in the afternoons, stupid drivers. I take Highway 364. It's a little less congested, even though there's a lot more cars on the road today than it usually is. But this way, the other way it takes about, 20 minutes or something like that. This way it takes about 30. It's a little bit longer drive, but it's, it's nicer, a little more scenic. This goes through some pretty nice parts of town. Well, it's St. Charles area. It's pretty nice. It comes out on the backside of St. Peter's. And I don't know how many of you are actually from this area, but like I said before, but if you have any idea, then you kind of know where I'm at. And the roads are a lot more well maintained in this county, St. Charles County anyway. 70 is a mess most of the time. Like I say, we get a lot of stupid drivers, especially on 70. I can be going, the speed limit is 60, and I can be going, 70, 72, and I've got people passing me like I'm sitting still. And it burns my biscuits that they pass me on the right-hand side. If they pass me on the left like they're supposed to, that's fine. That's what that lane's made for. But passing me on the right side, that's a pet peeve of mine. So I had that question last night. I was on Meta Horizon Worlds, Meta Worlds, Horizon, whatever it's called. And there was a 21 questions game. And one of the topics on there was, what's one of your pet peeves? Well, that's what it is. It's stupid drivers and irresponsible people, especially the ones that, are going down the road with their cell phone attached to their face. I can't stand that. But I don't get road rage about it or anything. If they want to do that, that's fine. You know, there's a new law in Missouri now that if they see you with a cell phone, that's a pretty hefty fine nowadays. But yeah, so anyway, this way's a lot nicer. You know, there's not as many stupid people out this time of day on this road anyway. We're all over there on 70. 70 is parallel, well, it runs parallel with 364. So 70 is that way. And I'll be crossing the bridge, the Missouri River Bridge here in a minute. And then I'll head up the back side of, I guess that's Maryland Heights, is that area that I'll be driving through. It's Maryland Heights is a pretty nice area. I enjoy this because the road's a lot smoother, it's more well maintained, as I said before, and stuff like that. So, if you guys have any questions or comments, you know, feel free. I got all kinds of room down there for you guys to ask me questions or comment, give me a thumbs up, something. Well, I don't have any thumbs up. Show me some love, people. You know, this is your time. I don't do this for me. I do this for you guys. I feel like I'm kind of entertaining. You know, people just get on here to, you know, watch me talk about absolutely nothing. One of these days I'll come up with some kind of format where I'll be able to pick a topic and maybe talk about that topic all the way home. But I just kind of bounce around right now because I don't really have any solid subjects to talk about. It's just kind of a little bit of everything. I see my daughter's not on here today. I could ask her to pick something to talk about, but I don't see her. She hasn't popped up, so I don't know. Anyway, what did you guys do today? Anybody do anything interesting today? What did you guys accomplish today? Anything? Did you work today? Are you having a good day? Good comment below. That'd be nice. You know, let me know how your day's going. Anybody? Yeah, don't everybody jump at once. Yeah, so anyway, man, so I had a pretty busy day again today. I had some cars left over from yesterday that I had to do. I had to inspect. I don't know if some of you guys may have heard or not, but I'm a inspector at a company that retrofits commercial vehicles, and I'm a quality control technician. So it's my responsibility when people work on these automobiles and they, you know, get them up to for commercial companies, they have, you know, specifics that they want, you know, shells and GPS systems and radios and that kind of thing. So when the linemen, you know, they build these trucks and I bring them over to me, I inspect them to make sure that they have what they're supposed to have and that all the bolts are, you know, tightened up and everything works the way it's supposed to and all that good stuff. And then I take pictures. Basically, I take photos of anything that has a serial number, any kind of electronics, you know, stickers. I have to put door stickers in for gross vehicle weight rating and, you know, tires. We redo the tire decals, and then we put warranty stickers in the door jambs. And then, so I take pictures of all that. I got some paperwork that I have to do, just basically a checklist, of what I've done, or what I've checked anyway. Somebody on a motorcycle like that. Then I go to my desk and I upload the photos and I go through an inspection process that, you know, has a checklist on it. So I check this stuff as I go. And I usually do about, I don't know, here lately it's been pretty smooth going because most of the inspections I do are pretty much the same design. So it's a little easier. They go a little quicker to like that. But you know, if you throw one in there, it's a pickup truck that's got, you know, like a inverter and what they call a backflip tonneau cover. it's one of those that go on the bed, flips them over like this. And this kid, I'm doing 82, and I bet he's probably doing 90 or 100 on this motorcycle. Crazy as hell. Anyway, back to what I was talking about. So then I take photos, like I said, and I upload them into a system so that the customers can look at them. If there's like warranty issues later on down the road, they can kind of see where I've checked this stuff out to make sure that it all works and everything, and all the bolts are tight, stuff like that. It's really a cool process. And I work for one of the biggest companies in the United States, at least anyway, that does this kind of thing. We've got plants all over, so as long as people need commercial vehicles built to their specific specifications, it's job security, and it's has to do with infrastructure. I guess I'm one of those, what they call quote unquote essential workers, because like I said, as long as people have commercial companies and they need vehicles for fleet reasons, or even if they just have like a one or two off of a vehicle that they need, we take care of their needs for them. So I've been working a lot of overtime because we've been a lot busier here lately. It's nice to at the end of the week to know that I'm rewarded for what I do with my day. And I can sit at home and collect a check, I guess, if I wanted to, but that's not what I'm about. So I like to get out and do constructive things during the day. So I've been with this company for quite a while, and I've come a long way since I started there. I started off as a technician, where I was actually the one building the trucks. And the guys that I have working, in the shop, most of them are pretty good about getting things right. We also put decals on. We got a couple of really good guys that do decals and stuff like that on these vans and trucks. We had an issue a while back with some of the batteries, and what do they call Alloy security company, and if these things sit too long because of this new design of battery that Chevrolet puts in these newer cars, like mine for instance, they go dead because there's a constant draw on the battery with these electronic ignitions, the push button starts. They're all the time the car's constantly looking for a signal from the key fob, so they have to they really should go out and at least take the negative post wire off the batteries, but unfortunately enough we don't really do that, so the batteries end up draining. We have to end up either charging them or replacing them. No comments yet, huh? Okay. All right, so nobody wants to tell me about their day. Nobody brave enough to step up and say, hey, man, check this out. This is what I did today. No? All right, well, that's cool, too. So, yeah, car washes ought to be pretty busy today. I see a lot of dirty cars around me. Like I said, we had some snow and ice a few weeks ago, and a lot of it's pretty much melted, but there's still some places on the road that you go through that are wet, and it still has a lot of that grit and grime and stuff in the dirt that when you get a lot of snow that collects in one place, and they come out and treat the roads, and salt and slag and whatever it is they put on there, it gets all over the place. And then you need to wash your car. I really need to wash my car, even though I didn't drive this one during the snow and ice, because I've got a new car, and I don't like driving it when it rains. I don't like driving it when it snows. I don't really like driving it at night either, but I do sometimes. So I need to take it to a car wash pretty soon, maybe if it's nice enough this weekend, instead of paying somebody else to wash it, I'll just do it myself in my driveway, you know, make it nice and shiny. But anyway, I guess these car washes around here are probably making a pretty good amount of money. All the cars that are having to be washed. I did go the other day. I went to the car wash. It's called Zips, and the one that I normally go to, they were doing some kind of maintenance on it or something, and they were closed. So there's actually two on the same road, and one's the east side and one's the west side. So I went to the one on the west side, and by the time I got there, there was probably, I don't know, like 50 cars in front of me. I think I sat in line for almost an hour just to get inside the car wash. You know, it's kind of like the rides you see, you know, like at some of the amusement parks, or like Carowinds or Six Flags or something like that. You wait, you know, an hour, hour and a half, and then you get a 2-minute thrill ride. It's like almost a useless, you know. So I get in this car wash, and you know, I timed it this time. I was going to record it, but I didn't start like from the very beginning. So and my camera wasn't in a position. I don't know that. Let's see. Este Francis. No, I'm sorry, I don't speak. What is that? Is that French? I'm sorry, I don't speak French, or I speak English. I'm sorry if you can't understand me. Maybe there's like a translation you can do. This guy's name is Romain Barber. Is that right? Yeah, give you a shout out, Romain Barber. How about that? That's the best I can do for you. I'm sorry, but we're talking about car washes. I don't know what you guys call them where you're from. Are you maybe French Canadian? Yeah, I'm not really sure. I guess I'll have to research that or something. Do like a Google search on it when I get home. If you do English, you know, that would help, but I'm sorry, I don't speak your language. I'd like to speak more languages so I could understand people from other places, but unfortunately, when I went to school, I didn't take advantage of those classes. You know, we had French and we had Spanish at my school. Well, actually, all the schools that I went to, I just knew it was an elective, so I didn't have to take it, so I didn't. But I did work a lot of construction back in the late 80s, early 90s. I'm actually an electrician by trade. But I don't do that anymore, as I was talking about what I do now earlier. So I spent a lot of time on construction sites, and I've seen people from all walks of life, you know, the rich and the poor, and, you know, the guys that, you know, the foreign guys, you know, Hispanic guys, you know, they do a lot of sheetrock work, and you got your brick masons, and then, you know, like your air conditioning guys. So I've seen people, you know, all different walks of life on job sites and things like that. And but like I said, unfortunately, I've never learned a foreign language. I guess I'm not really too old to learn, but maybe one day, you know. I know there's this what's this called, Hooked on Phonics or something like that, that I could do online, you know, and learn. But I've just really, you know, other than working on construction sites, I've really never had a reason to have to, you know, learn a foreign language. Now my sister, on the other hand, she had to learn Spanish because she's a minister, and I guess they have a rather growing community of Hispanic people, and people from Central America. Would that be Central America? Like, you know, Mexico and Venezuela, Costa Rica, and places like that. I guess they speak Spanish down there. So she had to learn Spanish because she goes on these missions with her church, and helps out with things. I don't know what she does down there exactly, but I think a lot of it has to do with education, and of course spreading the word of God too. She does that, being that she's a minister and all. And so for somebody like her that does something like that, yeah, of course you're gonna have to learn a foreign language if you're going to somebody else's country. But when people come to our country, unfortunately, a lot of times they don't speak English, and it makes it hard for us to communicate as much as we'd like to, and stuff like that. So, this little guy, look out, little guy, that little kid on a bicycle in the middle of the road. I'm going down my street, and I'm home now. So, I hope you guys have kind of enjoyed, listen to me ramble about absolutely nothing. I've certainly enjoyed at least, seeing some people come and go. I've got 16 on here now, which is more than I usually get. I think, like I said yesterday, my video from yesterday got like 235 views, which, that's really cool that people are stopping in, at least taking a look. I don't know how, with like the duration of people, how long they stayed and watched or anything like that. But I guess the more I get on, the more consistent I am. Maybe my numbers will go up. But like I said, I'm not really doing this for, monetary reasons. I like to, kind of, see what responses I get, or, like this guy, Roman Barbier, or whatever, down here commented, but unfortunately he commented in his native language, and I'm sorry, man, I don't know it. But, so I'm at home now, sitting in my driveway. You guys want to check me out? I'll be here again tomorrow around the same time. I get off work generally around 4:30. I may do another video tomorrow, but if not, just bear with me and keep checking my page or my channel or whatever this is. And I'll make sure that I come to entertain again. Maybe next time I'll have something, really to talk about. Unfortunate enough for me, I don't, a lot of the things that are going on in the world today are more politically driven than I really want to get into. So I don't really want to discuss politics or religion. Those are two things that seem to cause a lot of controversy. And, a lot of people don't share the same opinion about those things. So I think I'm just going to kind of stay away from that. It just doesn't do any good for people to be uptight, as far as I'm concerned, and have to listen to things that, they've already heard, whether it be through social media, Facebook, or, any of these other places that, people communicate on. I get tired of hearing it sometimes myself, so I turn it off and tune it out. But anyway, you guys have a great evening. We'll talk to you again soon. And for you guys guys and girls that don't know me, my name is Jim, and it's listed on my channel. There's Jim Earhart 3843 or something like that. Anyway, you guys make sure you check back every now and then. I'll be around. And like I said, if you want to like and subscribe, you can do that either down there or up in one of these corners here. There's a subscribe button or whatever. I'd really appreciate it. And God bless you all, and we'll talk to you again another time. Y'all take it easy.